It's a busy night of soccer action here in the Ohio Athletic Conference. And from George Finnie Stadium here on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, the Yellow Jackets women's soccer team defend Tressel Field against Mount Union. I'm Cole McDaniel. Want to thank everybody for watching and listening at home. If you're tuning in, expect a good one tonight. The Purple Raiders, making the trip from Alliance, come in with a record of 3-2-3 so far this season. In the conference, just the one match so far, and that was a loss to Ohio Northern. In the last 3 games, 2 losses for the Purple Raiders and 1 draw against Wittenberg, so they're looking to get back on the right track. As for the Yellow Jackets at home, this evening they're starting out tonight with a record of 5-5, looking to break that 500 record here at the moment. And just the 1 loss to show for in conference play so far. And the Yellow Jackets also on a bit of a skid record-wise, 4 straight losses after a really hot start to the season. Despite really that losing streak, can definitely argue that the Yellow Jackets have been very battle-tested after a close loss to Adrian. Went on the road against a top 10 program in the country in Carnegie Mellon and fell in that one. Then at Worcester, and then starting conference play against Marietta. Matches that are going to go a long way as you get later into the season. The more that you can add some of those tough matchups, that could carry a long way. But the Yellow Jackets, again, like I mentioned, wanting to get back on the right track with a win here. Mount Union looking for the same thing. And mentioned that I expect this one to be a competitive one between these two, because last season, these two teams split towards the end of the regular season. Mount Union coming here to Berea and winning that one in a close one, 2-1. Then, not very long after, in tournament play, the Yellow Jackets getting revenge here at home again, 7-3. As we get the kickoff underway, we'll get to the starting lineups here in just a moment. The Yellow Jackets in their all-gold uniforms with the brown numerals for Mount Union, and the all-black with the white numerals. Yellow Jackets will be attacking from left to right on your screen. It's the Purple Raiders, who have it here right now, send this one to the corner, going to try to run that one down, and it is going to leak out for a goal kick. So looking at the Yellow Jackets starting lineup, number 4, Anna Wolfinger. Number 5, Carly Beringer. Number 7, Sydney Rice. Number 8, Jillian Neal. Number 10, Paige Ackerman. Number 18, Casey Goluboff. Number 19, Brandy Philippi. Number 25, Maddie Farrell. Number 29, Haley Schwade. Number 37, Natalie Stewart. And number 39, Katie Scott in goal. This one played long, running on to it. Getting that one playing across the middle. Unable to find a teammate. Maybe an opportunity if that one sits up in the shot high and wide there for Emily Beach. And we'll get to the starting lineup here for the visiting Purple Raiders. In goal, 00, Riley Oldfield. Number 2, Hallie Caruso. Number 5, Emily Beach, who just fired that shot. Number 6, Logan Godfrey. Number 7, Madison Pepper. Number 12, Tegan Johnston. Number 14, Lauren Bailey. Number 19, Kayla Turley. Number 22, Andrea Decker. Number 24, Lauren Francisconi. And number 27, Olivia Mclean. That one high and well up over the bar there. Goes out for a goal kick. And Katie Scott will send this the other way. So for the Yellow Jackets, what they're going to be paying attention to, obviously for Mount Union, player that they were familiar with last season, of course in those 2 matchups, Andrea Deckard, number 22, the 5'1" forward up there, this experienced senior from Hilliard, played at Hilliard Bradley in high school. She is the leader in points on her team with 19 coming into the night, 8 goals and 3 assists. And she's been very efficient with the opportunities that she's had. Only 35 shots so far this season, 20 of those being on frame. Like I mentioned already, the 8 goals. In addition to her, she's had help from Madison Pepper as well on the attack. Really is that other forward going to be testing the Yellow Jackets defense. Now for BW, they obviously have some goal scorers here on the other end. Sydney Rice, as soon as she touches that ball, anytime she's close to the 18, expect her to fire. She's going to want to try to put one on frame. 57 shots already this season coming into the night, as she's pushed off of the ball there by Francisconi. Rice has 7 goals here on the season so far, 14 points for her. BW will look to feed her up top, and one of those players looking to feed her will be Maddie Farrell, the senior attacking midfielder. You're going to see her really operate that offense there on the attack in the midfield. Looking for that through ball in the direction there of Decker. Cut out on the track back there by Wolfinger. Only out as far here is Stewart here on the near side. She drops that one back. Clearance into the middle of the field. One back by Mount Union. And so far, through nearly 5 minutes to this point, Mount Union's had the ball really on the Yellow Jackets' defensive half, and danger here, an opportunity for Mount Union. And the miscommunication going to lead to an early goal here for the Purple Raiders. An ideal start for the visitors.
Mount Union goal is by number 27, Olivia Mclean.
So number 27, Olivia Mclean, the one to capitalize, pounce on that ball as it was bouncing there inside the 18, actually inside the 6 there of the Yellow Jackets. And defensively, mentioned the miscommunication there. Looked like defender closest, Carly Beringer, was trying to shield that one off and hoping that Katie Scott, the goalkeeper, would try to come and pick that one up. After that one bounced up in the air, took a nice hop, and with an open goal, Olivia Mclean bearing that one home. And that is her first goal on the season. She just had 2 assists so far. So first time finding the back of the net.
Each week the show will recap and preview Yellow Jacket events, as well as interview coaches and student athletes. Once again, that is the
So a lot of time left in this one, but not necessarily ideal for the Yellow Jackets, finding themselves down a goal here in conference play. First couple minutes of this one. But if this is anything like the game we saw in the tournament last year, expect a possible high-scoring matchup between these two teams. One back by Mount Union on the far side. Heavy touch there and trying to find a teammate. Taken off of Turley's foot. Natalie Stewart. Touch inside, looking for the cutting run there of Farrell. Finding Goluboff in a foot race. Should be Godfrey that gets to that one first, and she does. Clearing that out will be a Yellow Jackets throw. Of course, both the men's programs for the Yellow Jackets and the Purple Raiders about to start their match here tonight. Of course, they are at Mount Union. Just a reverse for the fixtures here. We'll give you any updates when I have those, and as I mentioned, they're about to kick that one off. Just a little bit behind on kickoff compared to this one here. Also in the schedule around the OAC, mentioned that it was a busy Wednesday night of soccer action. Taking a look around the conference and OAC women's soccer. We'll get to that here in just a moment, because maybe an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to respond. Sydney Rice found a Goluboff, cut in on her right foot. She tried to curl that one towards the back post, just a little bit wide. Will now be a goal kick. So taking a look around the conference, Wilmington at Capital. Muskingum is at Marietta. Otterbein finds themselves at Ohio Northern. And Heidelberg is at John Carroll. As some goals start to happen and things start to change, I will make sure to give you updates on the scores here in women's soccer action here around the OAC as well. So one played forward in the direction of Pepper. That one last off of Turley, out for a Yellow Jackets throw. Wolfinger lofts that one into Goluboff. Should be last off of number 6, Logan Godfrey, and it is. Neal looking to turn, firing a little bit high, a little bit wide to the right. Goal kick once again. Gorgeous evening once again here in Berea. At kickoff, temperature 66 degrees. Clear skies and sunny. Of course, sun's starting to set. Lights are on, and the whole second half will, of course, just be under the lights as that sun sets. Don't expect any rain or any weather along those lines, so should be a pretty clear, crisp day for some soccer action. We've played 9 minutes here so far. Mentioned Mount Union getting that early goal within the first 5 minutes. Since that point, though, the Yellow Jackets have had the ball really on the other half of the field to this point. And you know Sydney Rice cutting in. She's going to want this shot. She fires, and that one's off of the crossbar. Still in play. Farrell trying to get to it. Philippi in the corner, looking for the cross, and this one's going to be deflected out for a Yellow Jackets corner, and oh so close to knotting this one up at 1-1.
Corner kick BW, number 29, Haley Schwade.
Something to pay attention to. Sydney Rice, as I mentioned, anytime you give her a little bit of room, she is going to fire. Maybe an opportunity to score here, and this one headed at the back post. Neal was the one to get to that. Put her head down, and that one came off just a little bit high. That's one of those things, again, when it's coming in a little bit like a line drive, you want to put that head down and protect yourself a little bit more. Got to get that body behind it, head it down, and it's a good opportunity, though, for Neal. If the Yellow Jackets get some more corners, don't be surprised if they look to the head of Neal. Here's Goluboff giving chase. Francisconi wins the ball back. Finds her outlet in Decker. Turley, awkward pass, didn't get her head up, and look where she was playing that one. Unfortunate for Farrell as it takes a hard deflection. Beach in transition. Looking for that run down the far right side, and Decker was the one that ball was intended for. Wolfinger, the left back, wins it back. Here's Neal. Neal for Stewart. Stewart, a heavy touch into the middle. And offsides by about a step there. Near side linesman on that one. Flag comes up. Mclean, the goal scorer for the Purple Raiders, loses possession. Goluboff, a hard pass into Rice. Rice, a nice touch with the left foot, looking for the run of Farrell. Farrell might have held that run. Very nearly offside. She might have even been a step off. But that ball goes all the way back to the hands of Oldfield. And that one going to be out of play here for a throw right in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Clever step over there from Goluboff. Keeps possession of that one as she flicked that with the outside of her right boot. Off the foot of Godfrey. Here's Rice playing it forward to Neal. Purple Raiders, maybe an opportunity here in transition. Turley wants that diagonal ball. Probably should have gone to Mclean out on the near side. Instead, down the middle to Madison Pepper, and that one rolls all the way through to Katie Scott. Stewart, the right wing, coming back, helping out defensively. Finds Schwade, back to Ackerman. Driven ball into the feet of Goluboff. Some physicality there from Francisconi. Winning it back from Rice. And doing an excellent job of getting her head up and finding feet. Here's the quick forward, number 22, Decker. She's looking to cut in, getting her head up. Wants back on her right foot. Finds a teammate. And a bit of a wayward pass there, but Philippi keeps it in play. Should have maybe let that one run and shield that one off. Instead, conceding a throw down in the corner. Throw into the 18. This one takes a hop. Last time the ball was bouncing around inside the 18 awkwardly. Mount Union scored. Instead, avoiding any danger there, it's going to be last off of the Purple Raiders and a goal kick. Pressure being applied on Goluboff by Godfrey. And Godfrey wins it back. Ackerman shielding. Pressure by Pepper. Back to Scott, and she plays this one back out towards midfield. Beach looking for some help. And Decker's coming back a lot out on that far right side. Getting involved, not letting the game come to her. She's coming to the game. And they're finding her feet, but excellent defensive hustle there by Neal, the center defensive mid, coming back, cleaning it up. Actually looks like Neal's playing a little bit more of the box-to-box midfielder. There's Philippi playing more of that true center defensive mid, but a lot of interchanging so far between those three center mids for the Yellow Jackets. Here's Rice finding Farrell. Farrell wants the through ball to Goluboff. It's a little bit hard and going to get all the way back to Oldfield. Saw the look there. But not really a chance for Goluboff to get to that one. A little awkward there from Beach. She thought she got some contact there from Philippi. Probably a little bit there in the back. Last off of her, a throw. Official said there wasn't enough for a free kick. Hard collision there as Ackerman was coming forward. Surprising no call there. It looked like Turley again had possession of that ball, and Ackerman caught mostly body there, but nothing from the official. Now this time, pressure being applied on the back of Mclean, and Natalie Stewart the culprit. And the Purple Raiders win a free kick here on the near side. Caruso. The left-footed ball forward near the 18. Cleared out by BW. Rice with her hold-up play. Looking for Stewart. Stewart has the speed to get to this one. But coming across and cleaning it up, number 12, Johnston. And the hold-up play from Rice tonight has been impressive. If they can keep feeding their number 9 up top, allowing those wingers to run off. Also, it sucks those center backs forward for the Purple Raiders. Maybe something that the Yellow Jackets can capitalize on here throughout the night. Here's Stewart. Back to Schwade. Down the line, then the direction of Farrell. Takes it away. from Bailey. A long shot fired high towards the corner. Oldfield has to make a little bit of a jump, but the sophomore goalkeeper from Liberty Township, played at Lakota East High School, makes that save. Maybe optimistic there from Farrell on that shot. But again, if it was up a little bit higher and more towards that corner, could have been a little bit more concerning for Oldfield. Maybe another opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to test the goalkeeper here. Instead, the slide tackle just gets it off of the foot of Rice. Dangerous run there from Decker and cut out. All danger not averted yet. Is Decker trying to cut in? And Wolfinger comes across and clears it away. This one leaking through towards the back post. McLean giving chase. Schwade should be there first and able to find the feet of Natalie Stewart, the outlet. Splitting through two defenders. Schwade's touch to the outside. McLean was actually forcing her towards the inside. Probably should have taken the inside and tried to find some feet. Now a throw here for the Purple Raiders. Down into the corner, and it will be out for a throw. Just right up against the corner flag. "20 minutes played so far here in the first half. Taking a look at both of these teams, actually pretty even shots-wise. 5 for the Yellow Jackets, 4 for the Purple Raiders. 1 on goal apiece. Of course, the 1 on goal for the Purple Raiders, the goal that they scored. All the way back to the feet of Oldfield. Johnston looking to Caruso. And that one was poked by Stewart, so out for a Purple Raiders throw. But prior to the throw, a substitution. And number 19, Kayla Turley, goes to the bench. And in the match for the first time tonight, number 25, Addison Jones, the freshman midfielder from Holmesworth. Went to high school at West Branch. Now a substitution for the Yellow Jackets, their first on the night. Prior to this throw in, number 37, Natalie Stewart, goes to the bench.
Entering the game for the Yellow Jackets, number 22, Mary Litzinger.
Number 22, Mary Litzinger, into the game for her first time tonight and gets her first touch. Step over there, stumbles over the ball. Nice Cruyff to give her some separation and onto the right foot. Low-driven ball cleared out at the near post. Just trying to find somebody in the middle. Bailey, first one to get to that, and now making a hard run forward down the right wing. Now played in the middle by Decker. Shooting that off awkward. It might sit up well for McLean. Already has a goal to her name and a deflection, and that one is going to roll in. Second goal for the Mount Union Purple Raiders, and that one set up perfectly. Looked like McLean's shot might actually been going off frame, and then the deflection led to possibly an own goal. We'll see who they credit there on that. Of course, PA announcer says that Olivia Mclean, the one to score that goal, might have been heading towards that back post there. So very well could be the one credited with the goal. If so, that would be her second on the night. And it looks like on the official stat sheet, it is. So no goals entering the night so far. Olivia Mclean, the senior forward, have yourself a night. Already with the brace. You know she's going to be looking for the hat trick. So the big thing for the Yellow Jackets here so far is that in general they've actually played pretty well. Things have been very 50-50, and at times the Yellow Jackets have maybe had the ball on their attacking half a little bit more than being on the defensive half. The downfall here at this point, and why they find themselves down 2-0, is the lack of ability to clear it on bouncing balls inside the 18, things that have been troubling inside the 18. That is why they find themselves down 2, and that's something that they will have to clean up. Definitely something fixable. That first one, just a lack of communication. And have to say that second one, just unfortunate. The initial clearance getting out the top of the 18, and it was just a sitter as Mclean was the closest one in the area. Here comes Decker the other way. 1v1 with Wolfinger cutting in. See the quickness? And tracking back by the senior Philippi. Sticking a boot in there. An excellent challenge to win it back and stop the counter. Farrell needs some help. She wanted a foul. There was a little bit of a bump, but she was actually stumbling because of the move that she made, and probably a smart no call here from the official. A lot of yellow jerseys pushing forward. If this one can be a through ball and found, instead a little bit too vertical, right down the middle and rolls all the way back to Oldfield, scooped up at the top of the 18, and that is unfortunate. As the Yellow Jackets had numbers advantage, and Golubov was wide open on the left wing. If that one would have been placed a little bit more to the outside on her boot, she would have been 1v1 with Oldfield, with help as well joining her inside the 18. Maybe an awkward bouncing ball if there for Johnson. She plays it back to her goalkeeper. Pressure from Farrell. Pretty well done there by Oldfield. Just one touch, playing it over to the near side. It's going to be out for a Yellow Jackets throw, but not phased by the pressure applied by Maddie Farrell. In the corner, Farrell wins a corner for BW, sending the defenders forward. An opportunity to crash and try to pull one back, down 2. I always say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer. This one sits up, an opportunity on the half volley. Philippi putting the laces through that one, sailing it high. Had the power, just not able to keep that one down and get it on frame, and we have a substitution prior to the goal kick. Number 13, Sydney Mudge, the freshman forward from Birch Run, Michigan, checks in. Another substitution as Maddie Farrell goes to the bench, and in is now number 32, Bella Regal. So a senior for a senior. Back-to-back throws for the Yellow Jackets. Just past the 25-yard line on the football hashes. Here on the near side of the field. Throw into Neal. Shielding off, looking to turn and looking towards that back post where Mudge is. One touch back to Philippi. Mudge taken off of her boot. Here is Decker in transition, and she is so quick. Finds her teammate there in number 7, Pepper. And Pepper's ball back into the middle towards the run of Decker. That ball came up, hit the trailing hand of the defender. Seemed like the official again said that one rather than hand to ball was ball to hand in more of a natural position. And letting these two teams play on. Ackerman looking for feet. Instead finds the feet of Addison Jones. Just on the edge of the 18, Wolfinger. Awkward for her trying to get rid of it. Maybe an opportunity for Beach in the middle. Setting it up on her right foot, instead playing it over to the far side. Pepper. Her entry ball on that cross. Initial deflection by Wolfinger. It's into the middle. Scott comes, gets to it. It sits up. And not the contact that Bailey would have wanted. Concerning there is that one sat up again. Just fortunate that Bailey couldn't get her boot through that one. Put it on frame. And it will be a goal kick and a substitution as Caruso goes to the bench. Into the match for the first time tonight, Megan Casto. Shielding this one off. Last off of Schwade. Throw for the Purple Raiders. So with just a little over 15 minutes remaining in this one, 2-0 still in favor of the visitors. Just a little over 22 minutes left to go in the match-in alliance between both of these men's programs. That one rolls all the way through. A little bit of miscommunication there. Looked like Ackerman was wanting Scott to come out to that one. Scott thought Ackerman was going to deal with it. That was nearly dangerous at the back post, but Scott able to let it go. Will be a goal kick and a substitution.
On the pitch for Baldwin Wallace is number 20, Kaylee Neal.
Mentioned that substitution, number 19, Brandy Philippi. Taking a breather here, and number 20, Kaylee Neal, into the match. So right before that ball going through the 18 of the Yellow Jackets, mentioned the two men's programs, about 22 minutes left in the first half. Still knotted up at 0-0. Here's Decker. Finds Beach in the middle. Beach wants it. One touch. Looked like that was actually a shot. Instead, goes to the feet of Pepper. She deals with it well. Sets it back up for Beach with the left foot. Gets under that one. Had some side spin on it, high and wide to the left, and several substitutions again for the Purple Raiders.
Saturday, October 8th, when it hosts OAC and Volley for the Cure match against Wilmington College at 1 o'clock.
Rice flicking this forward to Regal, just out of play. Here on the near touch line. Now a throw for the Purple Raiders. Also great opportunity to look at the scores around the OAC and women's soccer. Capital finds themselves up 1-0 over Wilmington. Marietta and Muskingum tied at 1-1. Here's a turn. And Francisconi, the senior, cleans that one up.
Substitutions for Mount Union are number 10, Jillian Pigeon.
Otterbein and Ohio Northern still knotted up at 0-0. Here's Decker on the right wing, floating this one into the 18. BW wins the initial header, and then Neal plays that one out. Will be a throw. There'll be a throw going against the Yellow Jackets, and an opportunity, actually mentioned that foul going against the Yellow Jackets. Going to be a free kick here on the near side, an opportunity for Beach to swing this one into the box. With the right boot, the in-swinger. This one actually going to be on frame high in the direction of Scott. Really directly at her head there, eye level. Catches that one, no problem. And the last match wasn't able to give you the update on prior to that free kick. Heidelberg find themselves up 1-0 over John Carroll. Here's Decker again in transition. In the middle, Neal looking out to the right wing. Litzinger was trying to shield that one off. She has it again, trying to get on her left foot. Knew that Regal was overlapping, but actually a good couple yards behind her. And that pass just going directly into the hands of Oldfield, who rolls that one out to get her offense going again. 1-2 look. One back by BW. Ackerman floats this in the middle. Lauren Bailey, the freshman midfielder out of St. Paris, Ohio, went to Graham. Applying the pressure now on Mudge. Rice. Johnston takes it from her. Here's Decker cutting in. Out to the near side, and Schwade gets to it. Excellent turn there. Looking to Cruyff and cut that one back. Now shielding off is Litzinger. Into the feet of Rice. One touch back to Litzinger. The diagonal ball in the direction of Mudge. And Johnston just plays that one back.
The women's golf team is back in action on Sunday, October 9th, when they travel to Willoughby Hills for the John Carroll University Fall Invitational on Manatee Golf Course.
This one floats in the 18, should take one hop to the hands of Scott. Have to give a lot of credit to the center backs for the Purple Raiders on the other end. Second year playing together back there in the middle of the park. Lauren Francisconi, the senior defender out of Olmsted Falls, and number 12, Tegan Johnston, the sophomore defender out of Akron, went to Revere. Those two have been like a well-oiled machine here so far in this one. And to this point, keeping Sydney Rice fairly quiet. Yes, Rice has been coming back to the ball, and the hold-up play has been fantastic. But really just the one dangerous shot from her so far. I mentioned coming into the night, 57 shots already this season. Though her shot did nearly find the back of the net as it hit the crossbar. Best opportunity for BW.
Substitution is number 8, Molly Eubanks. Baldwin Wallace sends it to the game number 2, Bailey Hall.
Several substitutions for the Yellow Jackets. Number 2, Bailey Hall, into the match for the first time tonight. For Mount Union, they also brought in Molly Eubanks. Free kick right in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Wolfinger plays this in the direction of Mudge. Takes an awkward hop off of her shin guard there, but she is able to get to that one and play it back, and Wolfinger launches it forward again. Coming forward from right center back was Carly Behringer. Not where she wanted that one to go. Out for a Purple Raiders throw, but Bailey Hall applying the pressure, nearly winning that one back. Clipping the heels of Jones, and Jones goes to ground and wins the free kick for the Purple Raiders. Seven minutes left to go here in the first half from George Finnie Stadium, Tressel Field. Again, you are watching and listening live on bwyellowjackets.com, the home of all Yellow Jacket athletics. Hall floats that one up. It's initially headed away by Mount Union. Looked like Hall had an opportunity to get to that one again. Here's Mudge. Mudge taken off of her on the turn. Johnston playing physical. Winning it again for her team. A lot of contact there. Looked like Decker got her feet tangled up with Wolfinger. Official really letting these two teams play on this evening. A lot of physicality and really just typical Ohio Athletic Conference play. Competitive, aggressive, and definitely not lacking that physicality. Free kick just a little bit behind midfield for BW. The left center back Ackerman pushing some of her teammates forward as she'll look to send this one down the field with 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Still trailing 2-0. Floats up near the 18. Neal trying to shield this one off. She's bumped. Ball played on the far touchline. Decker in transition. The run down the right channel. Eubanks trying to cut that one back. Last off of the Yellow Jackets in a corner now for the Purple Raiders, and substitution for BW going to have to wait.
Corner kick being taken by number 6, Logan Godfrey.
Logan Godfrey with the outswinger from the far right side. Puts the hand up. Floats this one right into the middle, and it's headed. That header won by the Purple Raiders on frame, tucked away towards the back post. And Lauren Bailey, the freshman, getting the goal and making it 3-0 now for the visitors. So a change for the Yellow Jackets as Sydney Rice will go to the bench. Into the match, number 17, Alyssa Scatino. Haley Schwade also going to the bench. In is number 42, Lexi Thompson.
Number 18, Madeline Boulos. And for Baldwin Wallace, number 17, Alyssa Scatino. And number 42, Lexi Thompson.
So a lot of credit to Logan Godfrey on putting that one directly in the 18. Sat that one up really about halfway in between the penalty spot and the top of the 6. Maybe even slightly closer to the 6 than the penalty spot there. But gorgeous ball right there in the middle. Just floated up. Gave an opportunity for the purple jerseys to rise above the yellow jerseys there. And tons of credit as well to the freshman midfielder and Lauren Bailey Mention a freshman in there making an impact and picking up her first goal of the season, her first goal of her career. Mudge has this one taken off of her foot by Eubanks. The outlet out to the far side. Decker getting a rest right now. This one floated towards the back post. Thompson awkwardly takes that one off of what looked like the face or maybe top of the chest there. Sat up for Lauren Bailey, looking for her second goal on the night in quick succession. Instead, leaning back. Gets the laces through that one and up and over the crossbar. Didn't really trouble Katie Scott there. Now 2.5 minutes remaining in the half, and for the Yellow Jackets, just want to get something back, something positive to give them a little bit of momentum swinging back their way prior to going into the halftime break. This is going to be tough to creep back from, but still a lot of time in the second half, 45 minutes. Let's get back into this one. And anything can happen in this sport. And trust me, anything can happen in this conference. Some physicality there from Thompson and Scatino. Number 28, Alana Woodworth, getting sandwiched in between the two. The freshman from Amherst, went to Amherst Steel High School. Not only did she stay on her feet there, but she won the throw for her team. Neal coming back, trying to clear this one away, headed out. Yellow Jackets have the throw with a minute left. Ball dropped back. Regal to Hall. Hall tried to drag that with that back foot, the left foot. Flipped it up.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Here's the Purple Raiders playing this towards the back post. Thompson trying to shield. And a lot of pushing and pulling there. Interested to see as the official stops the clock here and going to have a conversation with the two. And the official, of course, as it was obvious there from Alana Woodworth, calling that one against her. Do have to say, though, from all the time I've spent around the sport as well, Lexi Thompson has to be careful there. She knew that Alana Woodworth had the speed on her and felt like Woodworth was probably going to beat her in a foot race there. And that ball, would have to argue, wasn't really in playing distance yet. It was a decent ways away. Maybe a little bit early to try to shield that one. A lot of contact. And Woodworth getting frustrated with the contact. And, of course, the retaliation. It's what's going to get you caught by the official. And it did. Shielding this one off. A lot of contact from behind. Katie Scott coming forward. And she's going to play this one up in the air. And that is going to end the half. And as we go to the half, the visiting Mount Union Purple Raiders lead 3-0 over the Yellow Jackets. For everybody watching and listening at home here on bwyellowjackets.com, again, want to thank you all for paying attention to this one. Here at halftime, going to take a quick break and step away. Be back in just a little under 15 minutes. But a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, as well as Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global Recycling Company. Don't go away. We'll be right back for the start of the second half here on BWYellowJackets.com.
injured, or want to improve your performance, we have a team of experts for your needs. Call 877-440-TEAM or visit sports-health.org to learn more. Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, proud medical provider for Baldwin Wallace University student athletics.
As we're about to get the second half underway here from George Finnie Stadium, Tressel Field, Mount Union with a 3-0 lead, and both of these teams switching sides. It will now be the Yellow Jackets attacking from right to left on your screen. Taking a look at the stats from the first half between these two teams, had been fairly even on shots until the end of that first half. A couple more going the way of Mount Union. They lead in shots 10-6. 4 of those 10 shots on goal for the Purple Raiders, so only 1 of the shots on frame, not finding the back of the net. For the Yellow Jackets, 1 on frame. Physical game between these two teams, not too many fouls. The Yellow Jackets having 3 as a team, the Purple Raiders with 1 official letting these two teams play on. Expect him to do much of the same here in the second half. But I'd expect that physicality to continue to ramp up here in the second as we hit the tail ends of this one. 45 minutes up on the clock. And it's the Purple Raiders on the attack here initially. Dropping the shoulder, getting around the edge. Cross right at the near post. And Andrea Decker unable to wrap her hips around that one and find the teammate crashing into the middle. Easy for Scott. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. Everybody watching and listening at home, thanks for tuning in. And if you are just now tuning in here for the second half, missed what happened in the first, here is a quick recap of those goals. Just under 4.5 minutes into the match, ball bounced inside the 6, popped up, and sat up well for Olivia Mclean, who tucked it home at the near post. And then she scored her second one on the night in the 22nd minute. Set up for her at the top of the 18. Placed that one towards the back post. Took a deflection on its way in. And a slow roller past Scott as she was already committed and diving the other way. Third goal of the night. Off of a corner. Logan Godfrey putting it in. And Lauren Bailey getting her head to it. Tucking it into that back post. Getting her first goal of her collegiate career. And that is where we sit currently at 3-0. Shot wide and goal kick now for Scott. Yellow Jackets lining up with their 11 out on the field, almost identical to how they started in the first half. Only change is number 20, Kaylee Neal, slotted into the midfield. And number 8, Jillian Neal, on the sideline. The other difference out there as well is at right wing, Natalie Stewart also on the bench. Number 22, Mary Litzinger, into this lineup. So 9 of the 11 remaining unchanged for the Yellow Jackets. Overall looks to be very similar for the Purple Raiders as well. Addison Jones, though, getting to start the second half out on the pitch as she came off the bench about halfway through the first half. Throw takes a hop in the direction of Farrell. Farrell fighting to get to that one. Throw in front of the BW bench. Last off of Turley. Throw to Litzinger. Litzinger wants on that left foot. Instead cutting back. Pressure being applied. One back by Neal. Her pass deflected. A nice entry ball there. Finding the feet of the forward up top. Number 10, Pigeon, who she didn't see much action in the first half, a little bit towards the tail end of the first, but she also gets to start the second half out on the field. Through ball to Litzinger. Farrell's coming for support. Farrell! Nearly an opportunity, and then trying to step in front of that one. And the clearance deflected off of Farrell, out for a goal kick for the Purple Raiders. One of the better opportunities for the Yellow Jackets here this evening. Litzinger's ball back, maybe a bit of a slow roller. She played it a little bit harder. Might have been easier for Farrell coming onto that one, but she had an opportunity, just not the contact she wanted. The Yellow Jackets now on that 50-50 ball, win that one in the middle. Here's Philippi. Looking for Goluboff. Takes an awkward hop, and Goluboff coming in hard there. Maybe an opportunity for the shot, and this one off of the upright. Sydney Rice putting her foot through that one. Second time she has hit woodwork tonight. And oh, how different this match would look if those two shots from Rice had gone in. Still 3-0, and the Purple Raiders pressing. Playing this one back. One touch towards the back post, this one curling. Might be able to keep this one in play. But it might actually start a break for BW the other direction. Litzinger turns this one over, plays it to Mclean. Turning, finding feet. Mclean with Schwade on her. To Jones. Decker here from right wing. Cutting in. Wants it with the left foot. It is on frame. A lot of backspin there. Slow and floated up there. And Scott was able to get to her knees and easily corral that ball. Back out to Decker, the leading scorer for the Purple Raiders, and they haven't needed her to score so far tonight. But she has proved that she is always a threat in transition here from right wing. Not only the ability to score, but also start those counters and put the ball into the box for her teammates. Rice applying some pressure on Francisconi, who's had a quality night there at right center back. Excuse me, she's at left center back. Johnston been very successful at right center back next to her. The shot high and floats into the back of the net. Katie Scott was looking up at that one, jumping, got the right hand up, but tucking that one away. The Purple Raiders on a run here at George Finnie Stadium, getting it done 4-0, adding to their lead. What a great shot there from Kayla Turley, the junior midfielder from Twinsburg. Got her head up. Thought she put it on frame and just got it up and to drop down enough underneath the bar. Now Litzinger showing some intensity, some hustle, going the other direction. Touch a little bit too far ahead of her. She loses that one. Farrell applying the pressure. This one a shot, and this one's low at the near post. Oldfield in the perfect spot. She scoops that one up. So that fourth goal, the first one of the half for the Purple Raiders. Wake-up call for the Yellow Jackets. And starting to see them really try to rush down the field a little bit more, and the pressure being applied even harder. A mountain to climb, but still 37 minutes left in the second half. A change in the midfield. Neal for Neal, as it's Jillian, number 8, into the match. And Kaylee going to the bench. Johnston just maybe not seeing Goluboff there, plays it right into her foot. Neal getting her first touch after coming back on. Decker takes this one away, 2v2. Wants the shot towards the back post. And that one going just a little bit wide, and Scott seemed to be comfortable knowing that one wasn't on frame. And with the pace and the speed that Decker has, surprised that she didn't decide to continue to use that speed and get deeper in to the 18 actually. Get a shot from closer in. On the throw, Litzinger applying the pressure. Pressure maybe just threw the Purple Raiders off enough where ball was just played in the middle. Philippi got to it, but the Purple Raiders able to send it all the way back to the feet of Oldfield, who launches it forward to Decker. Philippi with the header. Out for a Mount Union throw. Philippi into the feet of Rice. Johnston tight on her back, wins it back for the Purple Raiders. Godfrey down the line, out for Yellow Jackets throw. Mentioned that the men have a reverse fixture. Of course, they are playing in Alliance right now. 39 minutes left in the second half there for that one. Knotted up at 0-0 between the two. Ackerman out to Litzinger. Tried to flick that one on. Casto should be able to get to that one first. Francisconi clears it out the other way. McLean. Tight on the back of Schwade. A deflection off of McLean, and Schwade wins the throw right in front of the Purple Raiders bench on the far side.
The football team is back in action on Saturday, October 15th, when the team hosts an OAC Hall of Fame and 44th Lee Tressel Shrine Classic against Muskingum University.
Free kick one for the Yellow Jackets, directly in front of their bench now on the far side. Looking to put this one into the box. Low driven ball. Takes a hard skip. Maybe awkward there. Looked like it almost picked up a little bit of speed as it caught the turf, and Riley Oldfield had to go full extension. She stretched out. Strong hands there from the sophomore goalkeeper. It made that look a lot easier than what it could have been. So it's a little surprised how hard and fast that one skipped off of the turf. Again, talked about the gorgeous conditions tonight. No rain, nothing along those lines, so it shouldn't be slippery there on the turf. It was just that driven ball in. Plenty of pace. Maybe something to watch out for any shots or any of those driven balls into the box throughout the rest of this one here in the second half. Rice turning. Needs some help as she's doubled. Play this down the right channel. Farrell on the run. Looks towards the back post, and this one just sneaks wide. Maybe about a foot to the left of the post. Even if it would have caught the post, probably would have been directed and headed out. But still flashing that one right by the goal, and Yellow Jackets starting to look more threatening on the attack. Sydney Mudge checks in for BW for the first time this half, as Litzinger will take a seat. Another substitution is Jillian Neal, who started this match tonight. Really played most of the first half, if not all of it. Here in the second half, didn't start the second half out there, and Kaylee Neal was in her place. She seems to be awkwardly, maybe gingerly walking over to the sideline. Hope that she is okay, but Kaylee Neal comes back in. Cross with the left foot of Farrell, unable to wrap her hips around that one, turn her body. With her non-dominant foot, went high and up over the goal there. So a goal kick, but won by Farrell. She picks up the 50-50 ball, sending Mudge forward. And should be able to win this throw in the corner. So close to a corner down there, but just on the touchline to the right of the flag. Neal turns the clearance. Johnston. Now Mclean sitting on 2 goals on the night, looking for the feet of Pigeon. When this one flicked on, maybe an opportunity. Getting the foot to it and slipping through the fingertips of Katie Scott as she got down to that one. And a goal there from Andrea Decker, the leading scorer for the Purple Raiders. She now has 9 on the season, and it's 5-0. Purple Raiders. So just as the Yellow Jackets were continuing to apply more pressure on the offensive end, give themselves an opportunity to at least slowly but surely chip away at this one. Unfortunate on the defensive end, and you always have to be aware of Decker. Awkward for Ackerman as it came off of the back of her head. Wolfinger tried to do what she could do to throw off Decker and pressure from behind, but the senior knew how to get that one done, and unfortunate for Scott as she got down to it. Just not able to get firm contact on that. Did graze past the fingertips. It slowed down that shot, just slipping under her, and that's where we find ourselves now with just under 30 minutes left to go here in the second half. And really every match on the schedule is one in conference play that you want to win. But wouldn't be surprised if this is one for the Purple Raiders down there that they maybe had circled on the calendar. When this is the team that you lose to in the OAC tournament last season. In a high-scoring match, 7-3. Might be circling that on the calendar and say we want to get the revenge next time we play them. And offensively have been very efficient. And really turning this one into a bit of a rout. Ball played towards the back post. It's going to hop in the direction of Decker. Won by Goluboff. He's tracking back, assisting defensively. Beach. Jones back to Beach. A little bit behind her, and Neal takes it away. Into the feet of Mudge, turning. Finding Rice down the right channel. Rice going 1v1, looking to get back to her left foot. Puts that one on frame, a diving save. Oldfield parries it to the side just a little bit, sits up nicely for her. Goluboff was applying pressure from behind, but Oldfield easily able to jump on that one. And she has been excellent tonight in looking to maintain her shutout. Making some great saves, some great decisions back there as well when it's been played to her feet. acting as a bit of a wall, but she's had a ton of great help in front of her as well. Her defense has been strong, giving them a shout out in the first half. Maybe giving up some more chances than they would like here in the second, but if you are a defender for the Purple Raiders, as much as you love seeing the offense score, take pride in that clean sheet as well. Here is Farrell. Out to Goluboff. Philippi, heavy touch. Decker. In transition, playing this one, maybe an opportunity for a 1-2. Decker trying to drag that one forward with the left foot. Awkward for her as Pepper flipped that one up in the air. If it was on the ground, maybe would have been easier for Decker there. Johnson stepping in front of Rice, winning it, but it's now going to be a throw for the Yellow Jackets.
The first home meet is on Friday and Saturday, October 21st and 22nd, as it hosts the BW Fall Duels against Bluffton College and Franciscan University in the BW Natatorium.
Foul in the middle as Rice gets taken down from behind, so a free kick going to be coming here from about midfield. And before we get to that free kick, a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. And Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. On that free kick, several bodies down there just outside the 18. Look like Farrell as well as Godfrey. Cleared out up here near midfield. And prior to the throw in here on the near side for the Yellow Jackets, two substitutions for BW. Farrell, Goluboff go to the bench. Hall and Regal into the match. Throw into the feet of Neal. She pops that one up on the pass with the left foot. Ackerman wins the header. Mudge giving chase. Francisconi gets to that. Caught sleeping there. Mudge from a tough angle. Maybe should have played that one back to Rice as Rice was sitting wide open at the top of the 18, but the freshman wanted it. Curler with the left foot. Only spot to be able to place that one, have a chance, was towards the back post, and she didn't miss by much. .50-50 ball won by Regal over the head of Hall. Out for a Purple Raiders throw. Here is Regal. Pepper tight on her. Now Hall. Overlapping run from Regal. Godfrey should be able to shield this one off. It's going to be a goal kick. Substitution at right back for BW, Lexi Thompson. Back into the match. Haley Schwade goes to the bench.
Into the game for the Yellow Jackets is number 42, Lexi Thompson.
And Thompson gets some immediate action, wins the ball back for the Yellow Jackets, plays it back to Beringer. On the run is Mudge. Francisconi sticking her boot in there. And an excellent challenge, but it's going to be last off of her. And now a corner for the Yellow Jackets, an opportunity to push the defenders forward.
Lexi Thompson will take the corner kick for BW.
And because of Mudge out there and Neal out there, the height advantage is in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Looking to pull one back. This one up just inside the 6. It's awkward. Looked like Oldfield was able to get fingertips to that one. And a break started going the other way. Decker running this one down, keeps it in play. has a wide open teammate in the middle if she can find her. Looking that direction, it's going to skip nearly all the way through. Philippi doing an excellent job coming forward and cleaning that up. Looks like Ackerman, who was hobbling a little bit as she was coming forward. Prior to that corner, has gone to ground. Trainer coming out, taking a look and checking on her. And looks like she is going to walk off and going to get a substitution for her here in just a moment. Taking a look around the OAC and an update here midway through the second half of these matches. As Capital finds themselves up 2-0 over Wilmington. Marietta up 2-1 over Muskingum. Looks like still 0-0 between Otterbein and Ohio Northern. And John Carroll up 2-1 over Heidelberg. So the sub for Ackerman, number 35, Caitlin Callahan, goes into the midfield. And Kaylee Neal slides back to left center back. Into the feet of Rice, looking for Mudge. Mudge was making that run forward, and Rice trying to play it into the feet of Mudge, so it goes behind her, out for a Purple Raiders throw, but the Yellow Jackets, maybe an opportunity to win this one back and come the other way. Regal heads that one down to herself. In the direction of Rice. Heavy touch there. Beach wins it back for her team. Now Jones. Out to the far side. Beach is wide open in the middle. Neal stepping forward. Decker trying to track this one down the corner. She'll get to it, but she's offsides. About a step or two off. Near sideline judge all over that one. Gets the flag up. 20 minutes remaining here in the second half. Bailey to Decker. Wolfinger just pokes that one away from Decker. But the right back, Godfrey, coming forward now for the throw. Back to Beach. She gets it again. Out to Decker here on the near side, cutting in. Making another defender miss with the left foot. A curler. That one started towards the middle of the goal, but curled towards the near post and would have been going wide. Scott not wanting to take any chances. Thompson. Now here's Jones. Wolfinger steps in front of that ball intended for Decker. Now Hall giving chase. Johnston up to Decker, and Decker's had so much room here on the right wing. Credit to Bella Regal, the senior midfielder, getting back and applying the pressure, but Decker not giving up, winning it back again. Effort to touch it around Wolfinger and wins a throw. And prior to the throw, we'll have a substitution. So number 28, Alana Woodworth, back in at left wing. Takes out Olivia Mclean. Johnston, Francisconi. She'll float this one in the direction of Beach. Hard contact there between Kaylee Neal, but Neal just wins that one. Fair 50-50 challenge. Here's Rice, gets a touch to that one. It's going to be a foot race if she can get to it, and it's just going to roll a little bit ahead of her. And about 2-3 steps ahead of Rice was Riley Oldfield, commanding her 18. Hall, little nutmeg there. Maybe could have taken that one herself. Instead, looking for the pass to Regal here on the near side. Looked like there was a nice avenue, a lane for her if she would have maybe dropped the shoulder turn on the Jets. To have that hit from outside the 18 herself. Looks like we'll have a ton of Yellow Jacket substitutions here in just a moment on the next dead ball. Thompson wins it, and Mudge delivers it into the box. Too close to Oldfield. .50-50 between Philippi and Beach. Junior forward Beach out of Gahanna. The culprit there on the foul. Wolfinger puts the left hand up towards the near post. Regal closest to that. Lauren Bailey clears it out, and will be a Yellow Jackets throw here on the near side. And prior to this throw, we're going to have several substitutions for the Yellow Jackets. Natalie Stewart back in at right wing. Change in goal. Appears to be number 1, Maddie Hoffman, taking out Katie Scott. And also a change at right back as Lexi Thompson slides in to right center back.
Substitution for Baldwin Wallace, number 37, Natalie Stewart.
And it appears like number 23, Ellie Pinar, at right back out on the far side. Francisconi, soft touch there, settles it, plays it out to her left. Stewart wins it back. Rice, turn, and Johnson was lurking off of her left shoulder. Now it's going to be last off of the Purple Raiders. Throw into the chest of Stewart. Looking down that right channel, and no run there from Regal down that side. Stewart thought she was going to be going, and that one rolls out easily and gives the Purple Raiders some time to kill here right now. Don't expect Oldfield to go quickly, getting this one back into play here on the goal kick. Woodworth. Lots of contact there as the Purple Raiders not happy with it. Lauren Bailey won that ball back, courtesy of the tug from behind there in the middle. Mentioned that the head official letting them play on a lot more in the first half as things have continued to be physical. Again, he's starting to blow that whistle a little bit more, call some more fouls. And telling these teams both to settle a little bit there as Hall applying that pressure in the corner. A little bit of contact as that ball was rolling out. Saw the motion there from the official putting his hands down. Telling Hall to relax a little bit. And really a message to, I think, of a lot of them here. But despite being down 5-0, this Yellow Jacket squad not going to quit at all. They're going to hustle until that final whistle, until the clock hits zeros as well. But still plenty of time to get other changes in. Plenty of fresh faces out onto the pitch. Philippi will take a seat, as well as Rice.
Also number 17, Alyssa Scatino.
Number 17, Alyssa Scatino in, as well as number 15, Nina Lafko. Throw to Regal. Entry throw to the feet of Pepper, and she turns. Played that with the outside of her right foot. Coming in and getting that one was Decker, and it's going to be last off of the Yellow Jackets right down there in the corner, but it's going to be a throw deep into that corner off to the right-hand side. Pepper turning. The cross. Quick deflection off of Neal. Out for a corner now.
Taking the corner for Mount Union is going to be number 6, Logan Godfrey.
So just the second corner of the night, but the first one also came by way of Godfrey with the outswinger. And it was a header and one in the box and turned into a goal for the Purple Raiders. And that one sat up, maybe an opportunity. Instead, no. Bailey Hall sends it the other direction. This one going to roll all the way back to Francisconi, who's going to let it go to her goalkeeper, Oldfield, who comes forward. Communication was excellent between them. Scatino closest one, applying the pressure from behind. And here is Godfrey, who has an assist on the night. Beach unhappy with that, as it did hit in the hand of a Yellow Jacket. Again, not out to the side, tucked in close to the body. Official has been letting those hands in natural positions not really result in handball calls or anything along those lines. Scatino turning, trying to launch it down the left touch line. Hit Godfrey just a couple yards in front of her, but now going to be out for a Yellow Jackets throw. Just over 10 minutes remaining here in the second half. Next dead ball. We're going to see some substitutions for Mount Union. 3 new faces out onto the field. Coming over to right back here on the near side, Carolyn Balcheri.
Substitutions for Mount Union. Number 10, Jillian Pigeon. Number 9, Carolyn Balcheri. And number 18, Madeline Boulis.
Number 18, Madeline Boulis, also in, as well as back up top, number 10, Jillian Pigeon. Stewart has that one taken off of her foot. The cross, low inside the 18, off of Stewart, out for a corner. So Godfrey will go across to the far side. And with the right foot going to hit an in-swinger here in just a moment. And the several substitutions for the Yellow Jackets will have to wait for the next dead ball. That one hangs up right in the middle. And this one takes a deflection. And another goal for the Purple Raiders. Sat up perfectly at the back post. Easy tap in. And Emily Beach gets that goal, the junior from Gahanna. 6-0 Purple Raiders. And Hannah Brown, our first coach, her first season as head coach for the Purple Raiders, excuse me, Probably just exactly how she would have wanted to draw this one up. If you're a head coach, you can't draw this one up any better. It's been a great night for Mount Union here on the road. So more changes for the Yellow Jackets again after that goal. Number 30, Paige Phillips in at left wing. Number 12, Jenna Eitel also on the field. And number 3, Lizzie Stackhouse. In the corner, keeping that one in. Cross low and takes a skip. Easy for Maddie Hoffman to clean that one up. Takes a bounce at the 45 on the football hashes. Francisconi finding feet. Nearly turned over there. A dangerous ball across the middle of the park. Boulis finding Pigeon. Thompson shielding and turning. Scatino looking for Stackhouse, and this one will roll out. Throw for Mount Union. Very different match for the two men's programs. 0-0 there. Still knotted up and back and forth between the two. A matter of who can actually break that deadlock with just over 13 minutes left to go in the second half. Lafko wins the header. Beach gets it back off of the slide tackle. Woodsworth has it taken off of her. They're on the left wing. And the Yellow Jackets get a throw, and we're going to have another substitution. Checking out is number 35, Caitlin Callahan. Into the match, number 28, Julie Dunlap. Woodworth, Beach, heavy touch there with the right foot. I don't think she's going to be able to get to that, and no. Thompson shielding it off. A lot of contact. Thompson frustrated with the pressure that Beach was applying as she was trying to shield that one off. Out for a goal kick. Excellent 1-2. Jones, optimistic, wants this one from long. Going to go right down the middle and hop in front of Hoffman. Easy for her. This one goes out for a throw. A reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket women's soccer match is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics, Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. If you have not checked that out, make sure you do so on the Baldwin Wallace Athletics YouTube channel. And then also sponsored by Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Shot from the near side outside the 18. Tough angle to place that to either side of Hoffman, but it had the pace behind it from Emily Beach. But Hoffman, another save for her. We still find ourselves at 6-0, but Mount Union not letting off the gas. Trying to add to that goal differential which can sometimes be ever so important when it comes to seeding or even getting into the postseason. Shot there a little bit wide to the right, looking towards that back corner, off the left foot there of Addison Jones. Another change is Alana Woodworth. Appeared to be gingerly walking off. And number 17, Abby Copeland, the sophomore forward from Steubenville, checks in.
Into the game for Mount Union is Abby Copeland, number 17. Baldwin Wallace substitution, number 14, Ruthie Curry.
Number 14, Ruthie Curry, the junior out of Westerville. Now in for the Yellow Jackets at right center back with 3 minutes remaining. In the corner, just poked away. Stackhouse coming back, playing in the direction of Scatino, and that one barely stays in. Looked like it was going to go out for a throw. Instead, maybe sat up right on that touchline. Now here's Scatino. Lafko coming forward. Nearly a deflection off of Scatino in the direction of Phillips. And a foul in the middle. And the official having another little talk. Same motion again with the hands down. A little bit of that subtle conversation looked like with Scatino out there after her foul on Lauren Bailey. Into the 18, cleared away. But maybe coming back the other direction. Bailey thought about it from long. Took a bump from behind. And now a free kick opportunity for Mount Union. So going to be at the 25-yard line on the football hashes. So of course on the football field with the end zone there. Really a good amount longer than that. Looking at about 33 yards out or so. Going to be on frame. Not enough pace to really trouble Hoffman there, as she easily catches that one. Punts this one, takes a hop. And the Yellow Jackets trying to get to that 50-50 ball. And the near side official already puts the flag up. Again, this should be coming back for offsides as instead, because that one just went back to Hoffman. Center official, head official going to let that one go. But of course, if Pigeon was able to get to that one, she was off. 30 seconds left. Into the 18, cleared away. Wolfinger to Phillips. "15 seconds left. Cleared out and up in the air, and looks like that's going to be the really the last major activity here in this match. And it is. And the visiting Mount Union Purple Raiders come to George Finnie Stadium and add a win and really get back on the right track. Mentioned in the last 3 matches leading up to this one tonight, 2 losses and a draw. Now they move to 4-2-3, 1-1 in conference play. So huge for the Purple Raiders, not only to get that win, but to do it in the fashion that they did it, 6-0. For the Yellow Jackets, a couple opportunities. Rice hit the crossbar, hit the upright as well. Could have made things look a whole lot different, but defensively, the Yellow Jackets not able to stop the Purple Raiders. They now fall to 5-6 on the year. 5-game losing streak after a really nice start to the season. Going to need to find a way to get back on track the rest of this week, moving through OAC conference play. Taking a look at what these two teams have coming up. For Mount Union, next up, they'll be back at home on Saturday against Heidelberg. And then for the Yellow Jackets, coming up for them, going to be back in action on Saturday again, going to make the trip all the way to Wilmington, far trek in OAC play, and that's where they're going to try to get back on the right track as a team. For myself, Cole McDaniel, want to thank everybody again for watching and listening to this one live on bwyellowjackets.com or listening to it back and watching the playback on the Baldwin Wallace Athletics YouTube channel. Everybody out there, have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and take care.